What's up guys, Metalshop TV here. Today we are in Prague and I'm sitting here with guys from Eskimo Callboy. How are you doing?
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, musicians. Good morning.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure 4 p.m. right now, but yeah, we're feeling good.
It is. Yeah, it's 5 p.m.
5
We
p.m.
already woke up 1
Yeah.
hour ago, so we're a bit sleepy, but yeah, we're stoked for tonight.
Cool. You've played here in Czech Republic a couple of months ago, the Rock for People festival, and you are playing here again. So, do you have some special memories about Czech Republic or anything interesting?
Absolutely. We had a tour stop last was it last year or beginning of the year? I'm not sure. Here in Prague as well. We played a smaller venue, and what was pretty interesting for us is to see that a country that we've never been to before was so excited for our show. So we had a show here with Palisades and
Yeah, I guess it was with Palisades.
and it's okay. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. So yeah, it was a filled up.
Her name of Blood and Palisades.
Yeah, and it was a filled up place, and the people freaked out. So we never expected that, because normally when we come to new countries that we've never been to before, people are like, yeah, first they check out what's going on. You know what I mean? But from the very first second,
It was great. It was fucking hot. Yeah. Like sweat was dripping down from the ceiling. You know, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty punk rock show.
yeah, this is our memory.
So I guess it's really cool to see your band like growing, because right now you are playing a bigger place. Maybe next time we will play even bigger place. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. We're always trying, you know. It's good for us to see. It's not about the money, you know. It's like to see that your music is the right way, you know. Like you decide for creating your music, you decide what comes on your record, and when the people like it, the more people will come to the shows, and that's our effort, you know.
So I think your music is very interesting mix of like metal and metalcore, and of course a lot of electronic stuff. So I guess I need to ask you about your musical influences, because I guess it must be a pretty interesting mix of things.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard because so each member of our band, we're 6 guys, listens to different kind of music. So, but we always try to do a lot of experiments, you know. So when we started with all this stuff, we never thought about what kind of music we just want to play. We just said, okay, we want to play some hard metal music. So that's it. And yeah, we just did a lot of experiments, like jazz music, you know, like the stuff, like the trance stuff where we started with, and now we just put a little bit more focus that everything sounds a little bit more grown up, you know. So yeah, I guess everybody of us reached the 30s right now. So
Not yet. We have a 28th birthday of our youngest member. Today. It's today. David's birthday, our drummer.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty cool.
So could you name a couple of artists that influenced you?
Yeah, so
Everyone has favorite bands or something.
Of course, but so our music can be put in different parts, you know. We like the breakdown parts, the hard parts, you know. And of course we have influences in the metalcore scene. We started with bands like Attack, Eskimo Alexandria, for example, but we evolved. Like we found our own style, so we tried to keep it that way. But for example, we like in our choruses, we like to have sing-along choruses, like you find in pop music, in the popular music. Yeah. So you could name artists like Lady Gaga, for example, or it's like people. It has to stay on your mind when you listen to it first, you know. So this is what we aim for, and this combination kind of makes our own style. Yeah.
Well, you are a band with 2 singers, which is a bit unusual, because when there's one singer, usually he has a vision and he goes for it. But when there are 2 singers, how are you doing it?
So to be honest, sometimes it's a little bit weird, you know, because
Are you arguing a lot?
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, we do. You know, it's sometimes it's hard on stage because everybody is so excited when we're going up, you know, and yeah, we are the only one with the microphone, you know. So it's sometimes hard because we just try to we both try to talk sometimes, you know, don't listen to each other. Sometimes we're running over each other when maybe he's standing on our box in front of, you know, so I want to go up, and A lot of bullshit,
But it takes some time, and over the years we get along pretty well on stage. So I see when Sushi is trying to do something, trying to see something or say something, I kind of get back for a second. You know, you know your partner on stage. You know, and when it comes to songwriting, I think this can be a problem because different influences collide. But this kind of makes Eskimo Callboy what it is right now, you know, because
chaos every time.
Chaos every time, and we always try to put together different influences, and that's pretty important. As I see many other bands that have only one songwriter, or the guitar player makes the songs and the rest just follows, you know.
So how does it work in studio? Is it like you come up with some idea and you add something, or is it?
It always depends on. So most of the time, it's like our guitar player. He's really good when it comes down to all this instrumental and producing stuff. So sometimes he comes up with an instrumental. Sometimes we got a vision of a song. So sometimes I write some stuff on my own, but usually they don't want to take it because there's the conflict between the producing guys, you know. And it always depends on. So sometimes we got a vision like we want to do a song that sounds a little bit like this, you know, and we start writing. Sometimes we do it together. Sometimes somebody else comes up with it.
I think it always starts with an instrumental, and this vision Sushi just talked about is pretty important to us because when you listen to an instrumental, it evokes feelings, you know, and if you get that feeling, you're kind of into that song, and you can write about it, you can think about lyrics and stuff. And sometimes it's just for Sushi, sometimes it's just for me, sometimes we both get the vision, you know, and we can work together. So it differs from time to time. But usually everybody is into writing new songs for our band.
So that's important. Your latest record is called The Scene.
Yeah.
So is it a reflection of the scene that you are part of, or?
Yeah,
So
kind of.
Mostly, I would say both sides. So the reason why, for example, the track "The Scene" is against all this music business that we grew up a little bit, because people are changed their mind a lot. You know, it was like. Everything is just now about the social media bullshit talking, so that's the reason why we don't like the scene that we grew up with anymore, that we don't like it anymore that much. And on the other hand, it is like we won't fit in a special scene, so that's the reason why we called the album The Scene, because I would say we created our own scene. You know, we got all those old metal people, we got all those young people on concerts, but we got some people in between, you know, that never listens to this music or listen to rap or hip hop stuff, and they like our songs either. So it's great. So you can say, so this is a guy who listens to Eskimo Callboy. It could be everybody, you know. And this is so this is our scene. That's
So you think it's getting worse?
No, the scene for
The
itself.
situation at the scene.
It sounds a bit negative, but the problem is, and this is what we aim for, is that music is supposed to bring people together, you know. Yeah. And nowadays it's the case that people listen to a certain band, and they take that band and try to draw borders between other fans, you know? Like, I'm listening to Eskimo Callboy, for example, and there's another person that listens to beatdown music, which can be pretty cool as well, and they hate each other. Why? What for? It's just a taste, you know?
Yeah, and you know, when we grew up, it was like everybody who likes to listen to hard music, you know, it was more like, so it doesn't matter what kind of music you play, even if it's hard music, you know, and you're going to a concert, and everybody got fun. But yeah, in these days, it's like everybody's just watching on the genre types, you know, how does this guy look like? I don't like it, you know, because everybody else don't like this.
I guess it's a problem with internet, because everyone thinks that they are anonymous and they can say whatever they want.
This is one point.
It's mostly bullshit. So
absolutely, this is one point, and the other thing is that the superficiality that Sushi talked about on Instagram. You're not interested in the people anymore. You're just looking at a picture and you rate it. You know, like you see a person, you see a girl or whatever. she's beautiful or she's ugly. You decide in 1 second, you know, Tinder style, like.
Yeah, of course.
And there is nothing behind it anymore. And this is what music should be about. When you go to a concert, you meet people, you change out opinions, and that's why you like each other or not because you don't like her face or whatever, you know. So this
But
is.
it's sometimes weird, you know. People don't judge music or bands. I would say it's about the quality, you know. It's just all this representation of themselves, you know. So sometimes I don't know, it annoys me a little bit, you know. So I can say, okay, this is not my type of music, but those guys are doing great, you know. So I respect it. But it's disrespectful today. So that's the reason why we are proud to have like our own scene. Yeah.
But I think every band struggles with this type of problem, so it just happens. So, speaking of your latest record, you've got some pretty interesting guests there, namely Franz from Attila.
Yeah, exactly.
What was it like to work with him?
Pretty easy. So we had this.
And
track,
how did it happen?
Yeah, we had this track ready. We knew that we want to have a feature track, and there was the
I guess
instrument.
at first we thought about the rap feature, you know, but it was at this point not possible, and we thought about that would be great if he will do it because he's doing like this.
Yeah,
He's got that rapping style.
Exactly, and also his position within the scene is like controversial as well. So the band that we toured here last year, or I'm not even sure, but Palisades, the front guy Lou, he knew him, so we got the contact over Lou. I shot him a text then. Franz was pretty easy. He was absolutely down. He knew our band, and we sent him the instrumental. He liked it, and it was.
It works great.
Yeah, it was very, very good for us. And normally you get a first impression and you say, okay, it's cool, but try this and try that. Yeah. We got the first thing from we got the first track from him, and it was perfect. We just took it, and that's how it. And the video, we shot the video while he had a show in Cologne. So that was pretty easy. He shot a video in Cologne, and we emailed and asked him if he could be a part of our video.
Yeah, he was really happy because I guess it was the first shower that he took for days, you know. so we gave him the opportunity to fresh him up, you know, get a fresh haircut for the video.
And it looks like you are on the rooftop of some skyscraper or something. Are you really on the rooftop?
Yeah, no, we don't. No, it was just supposed to look like that. The problem was we aimed for being on the rooftop, but we couldn't get the equipment up. There was no appropriate skyscraper that we could be on, so there was no solution for that. So we tried to fake it a little bit.
Yeah.
So, speaking of France and the guests, do you have someone on your a dream list that you want to work with? Since you've got since you are very eclectic, maybe Lady Gaga or someone.
So usually there are a lot of metal guys that we would love to do a feature with, but it's more interesting to get some different artists, you know. Yeah. So, for example, that would be cool to do a feature with Wiz Khalifa sometimes, Lil Wayne,
Kendrick Lamar.
I think metalheads would love that.
Yeah.
We like rap music, so this is pretty much.
Or maybe with Steel Panther. We tried it for this record. Yeah. But, it was not possible this time.
Yeah, it's always you have a lot of. You have a lot of artists that you're a fan of yourself, you know. We didn't stop to be fans ourselves when we created that band, you know. Yeah. So at the moment
it's a little bit complicated, you know, because all those guys are on tour or in the studio, and you just have to pick this special moment, you know, when they got the time. So maybe they will do it. Yeah.
It's not easy to get people like Eminem to be on your record.
I guess not.
No,
he's
not at all.
Expensive. And we are not sure if this person that pretends to be Eminem is still Eminem.
Eminem, the beard and stuff.
Yeah, you heard about this rumor.
The real Eminem just Eminem chills out with Avril Lavigne somewhere in Canada.
And Tupac. Yeah.
Okay. So, and another very interesting song from your latest record is Rooftop, because I feel like it's a bit, I don't know how lyrically, but musically it's a bit more darker, I feel. So could you tell us something more about this specific song?
So I guess this song was written with the intention just to do a song that is totally over the top, you know. It's about a guy who got a lot of money and just gives a bullshit. So that's the reason why the song sounds so aggressive, you know, because he's just standing on his rooftop and just give a fuck, throwing the money to the crowd, shit like that, you know. We just want to have some kind of this gangster shit in our song, you know. And there was this one song from Missy Elliott with the really deep beat. How was it? I'm better, or what was it?
I'm not sure what the name of it is.
Yeah, so this was definitely some kind of an influence because it's just bass and just really simple lines. So we wanted to have something like this, in a metal version.
Oh.
Yeah, so
And it works perfectly. So
thank
Yeah,
you.
we like that.
it's my favorite song from your
thank you.
latest record.
Thank you.
So, both your last albums, Crystals and The Scene, debuted at number 6
Yeah.
in Germany. So, do you feel like Germany is maybe the most supportive country when it comes to metal? Because every time a bigger metal band releases a new record, it's like in top 5 in Germany. And in other countries, it's like
you know,
top 50 maybe.
Yeah, you know, the thing is, so in general, it's hard to reach those charts as a German metal band. But the thing is, it always depends on the weeks who releases else, you know. So we were supposed to be on position 4 this time, but after that, you know, there were some kind like some German rap artists, you know, and rap is much bigger than metal in Germany, I would say.
The same in Czech Republic. So.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but there was Queens of the Stone Age and shit like that. Yeah, and there were a few artists that we don't had in mind, you know. So that was the problem why it was position 6. And the most annoying thing about that is, you know, it doesn't matter how many records you sold. It's always like this fucking number, you know, that drives you crazy. It's just a number. It doesn't say anything, but everybody sees just this number, you know. So you can say, okay, on Crystals we got position 6, which is amazing, you know. Oh, good. The next record, position 6 again. Okay, there is no evolution with this band, you know. So this is like you think about.
I think number 6 is fantastic.
Yeah.
So
So
it's absolutely fantastic,
Yeah.
and
But it's the number.
yeah, fuck that number.
Yeah.
It's just for our
and
moms
the sales are
daddies
going
at home.
downhill. So
No, it's all good. But thing is, we don't get the feeling for that because we're German, you know. Of course, Germany is our biggest fan base, has our biggest fan base. There are other countries that work pretty good for us, but I don't know if it was the same situation if we were from a different country, you know. Like, so we can't qualify that pretty good, but it's still cool. So to be in the German charts is something you can show your mother and your father, you know. It was good to quit studying and stuff like that, you know. It's like, look at me, look at us.
So
we
we
have
messed up our lives. but
it
we
was
like
all
shit.
worth it.
it was all worth it.
Always.
So the last question: what's next for Eskimo Callboy? Is it touring, or are there any specific plans?
Yeah, we have a
No, it's
specific
holiday.
No, this is the last show of the tour. We had a pretty short tour. We aim for bigger cities in the first row, but there's gonna be more next year. We plan for. Bookers always call it ABC towns, like ABC cities, like depending on how big they are. And next year we have B and C cities all over Europe. And that's gonna be a huge thing for us.
So you're gonna be playing like a small villages in Czech Republic.
Yeah, maybe on the countryside. Like, why not? And always trying that. And festivals next year. It's a big thing for us. We love festivals wherever.
And then I guess we start to write a new record. So to start this time a little bit earlier than the last time, because it took fucking long.
Yeah.
Just keep on rolling.
Yeah, we at the end we had some problems at the beginning of our last songwriting phase. So at the very end, it kind of, you know, we got it, and we want to keep that. So we don't want to rest too much because you get lazy and stuff like that. So keep on working and keep it fresh, creating new stuff. And that's our plans.
The problem about us is usually we write this record for 2 times and just
Throw away everything.
throw away the other half. You know, that's the problem. That's the reason why we should
but
start a little bit.
we
earlier.
have to stay
focused.
focused. Yes.
Okay, so we are looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Greatly appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Eskimo Callboy for Metalshop TV. Rock
Cheers.
on.